Good morning. You're listening to Morning Coffee with Kevin, and I am your host, Kevin Peterson. Welcome back to another show. I am sitting here in my podcast studio looking out my window here. The sun's shining in. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. We have had a lot of rain here in my area lately, and I am looking forward to some sunshine. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not really interested in some hot days. I'm not real into that, but I would very much welcome some coastal weather. Maybe some sun, nice temperatures, maybe in the 70s. That would be great. I would be very happy. And that would give me the opportunity to go out and ride my Harley. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode, and I'm in pretty good spirits considering, and I want to talk to you this morning about my band, the Kevin Peterson Band, and I want to talk to you about our CD release party, which I had mentioned in the last episode, and at that point we were having some difficulty finding a venue. I had mentioned that the initial venue that we had booked had double booked, and we were the second booking, so we lost out on the venue, and we were still looking for a venue. Well, things have changed, and things have not really changed for the better, I might add. And I'm trying my very best to stay positive, and I'm trying to just stay in good spirits, if you will. But what's going on is I recently kind of came into a situation with my family, my personal life, that has seriously affected me. And I have a lot of work that needs to be done to put life back in order. And this is really something that I didn't see coming, and I kind of got blindsided, and I got hit with this, and it like I said, it put me in a bad situation. So don't worry, I am still going to be producing the podcast. I will still be putting the podcast out weekly, just as expected. But the CD release, the single release, and the video to go along with that single will not, and I repeat, will not be released on May 13th of 2023 as we had planned. I'm going to have to take this time to just kind of get things back in order and work on some personal things to make things better for me and my family. And when that is done, we will reschedule the CD release party. Now, I have already spoken to my record label, and, there's a bunch of great people that work at my label. They're very understanding, and in most cases, a record label would, not understand, and they would just say, get out there and do what you got to do and suck it up. Well, my label has been very good to me, and I just don't have any complaints. And they're behind me 100% on this, and they said take as much time as you need, and that is what I'm going to do right now. I don't foresee this taking too long. It may take me 60 days. It may take me less than 60 days to change what's going on right now, and I'm working very hard to make this happen as quick as possible, so that I can get back on track and get the podcast, keep the podcast going, and to get my record out. And I'm not really thinking straight this morning, folks, and I apologize for that. This will probably not be one of my better podcasts, but I've just got a lot on my mind, and I hope that everybody is behind me on this and willing to accept this. If you are a ticket holder, if you have a ticket to the CD release party, I repeat, if you have a ticket to the CD release party, don't get rid of it. Hold on to it. We are going to honor the tickets that have been sold, and as soon as I get this issue straightened out and get back on track, we will continue to sell tickets and hand out tickets. There is a portion of these tickets that will be free, and we will get back on track and we'll make this happen. And the party, the CD release party will happen, and we will hopefully come back and make this CD release party even better than what it was originally going to be. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So with that being said, I do have a lot on my plate right now, but I'm not going to let that affect the podcast as far as me putting out a new episode every week. And that is something that I have made a promise to my listeners that I am going to continue to do, and not fall into those pitfalls that I fell into with previous podcasts. Now, if for some reason I find myself not being able to do a new podcast, I will still weekly put something out, and maybe I will do a rerun of one of my older shows. I have had people ask, people who have never heard my other podcast, and they asked, where can we hear it? Where can we find episodes of it? Well, the episodes have all been taken down, and they have been moved to a new location. The Kevin Peterson Show, Season 1 and 2, can be found on our YouTube channel. The Sound City Workshop podcast is currently unavailable, and you won't find it anywhere. We just completely took it down. And then the original podcast, my very first endeavor in podcasting, which was Electro Lounge, that podcast is completely taken down too, and it's no longer available. So I'm thinking that I will do a rerun of one of those three shows. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with this yet. I'm just kind of talking, off the top of my head here without really thinking. So I'm going to have to go back and listen to this podcast so I know what I'm promising everybody. But anyways, the CD release party again is going to get put off for a little while. And like I said, I'm hoping I can be back within 30 to 60 days and have a new date and get this rescheduled. And, I'm kind of thinking now anyway, maybe it would be better to have it a little bit later in the year when the weather is a little bit warmer, more people are wanting to come out, because we have had such cold weather. But who knows? Who knows? So that's kind of where we're at. This podcast is definitely going to be much shorter than anything else that I've done. We're into this podcast now about 10 minutes almost, and I think we're probably not going to go much further. So this will be a short episode. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody has had a great morning. They're enjoying their coffee. I promise we will be back soon, and please, with a date for the Kevin Peterson Band CD release party. Please, everybody, remember, do not throw your tickets away. Do not return them. Just hold on to your ticket. We will reschedule the event, and we will have this event, and I will make this all up to you. So with that being said, I'm going to have some goodies for everybody at the release party, and I am now thinking of maybe even adding a few little extras to that goodie bag. So I look forward to coming back maybe next week with a longer episode. I have been working on some projects, and gosh, I'm so scatterbrained this morning, and I really apologize for that. But I had mentioned that I was working on Volume 2 of a series of recordings that are going to be released by my record company, which is The Sounds of Nature. Volume 1 is already available, and Volume 2 is going to be available real soon. So that is going to be in one of the upcoming podcasts. In one of the upcoming podcasts, I'm going to preview The Sounds of Nature Volume 2 to you, my listeners, first, before it's available anywhere else. So that is something else I'm working on. And like I said, I am going to be kind of moving slow here and getting stuff done, because I do need to focus on my personal life right now and get this stuff done. So that's really all I've got for you. If I continue any further into this podcast, I'm just going to start repeating myself, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to let you all go. I hope everybody is having a great day, and we will be back next week, and I will have a great podcast for you. Sorry about today's episode. Like I said, I'm a little scatterbrained today. I've got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot I've got to get done, and yeah, it's gonna be a busy week. That's really all I can say. So I will be back soon, and I look forward to bringing you some good news, and we will see what the outcome is. All right, everybody. I love you guys. Have a great day. I thank everybody for tuning in to the podcast, and I thank everybody for supporting me and being behind me 100%. It really means a lot to me, and I just enjoy getting in front of the mic and talking to you once a week and having coffee with you and just socializing. And of course, it would be much nicer if we were, sitting in a little cafe and having coffee in person and talking. But in due time, I would really like for my listeners to contact me through my email. I've mentioned that before. The email link and the YouTube channel link are in the description of this podcast. Please contact me if anybody wants to just sit down one morning and have a cup of coffee with me. I would love to do that. Matter of fact, I'll even buy you a cup of coffee, all right? How does that sound? So if anybody's interested, hit me up, Manila Dawn Records at Gmail. That's Manila Dawn Records at gmail.com. Hit me up, and, it would probably do me some good to get out of the studio, get out of the house, and take a break once in a while and just enjoy life. Because, like I said, for the next 30 to 60 days, I'm going to be extremely busy with a lot of stuff that I would just rather not even be dealing with. But anyways, thanks again, everybody. That's it for today. Peace. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to your neighbor. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. You've been listening to Morning Coffee with Kevin, and I'm your host, Kevin Peterson. Peace.